Hello, my friends, and good Saturday morning. It is already 8:30. I've been up for a while, took care of the chickie chicks, and got coffee and tea made, got Adam off to work, and have breakfast started. We are heading out in an hour to go peach picking today with our besties. The Freestone peaches are finally in for you pick. So we're gonna go do that so I can make some peach butter and some peach jam and some peach everything. We are we have 5 o'clock mass today. We're all ushering. It'll be Andrew's last time at mass with us before he goes back to school. And then we have poker tonight at my brother's house. I need to really make sure I reel it in. Because we're not doing like dinner tonight. We're doing like pickies. Like that's our traditional poker night. Like lots of dips and stuff like that. So I'm just going to, I do much better when we do dinner because we have dinner, it gets put away and that's it. With the pickies, they stay out. So I just need to stay out of the kitchen. Yep. I need to put stuff on my plate and not put anything else on there. So that's my plan. I asked Doug to be the food police. I know that that's a sore subject with some people when the spouse is the food police, but I asked him to do it. So he'll do it for me and I'm going to do it for him. I am taking taco dip, which is surprisingly pretty low in points. And I think I will take a couple of my big pop cakes with me. 1 is 0 points and 2 is 1 point. And I can break those up into pieces and they work like tortilla chips. I had them last night with guacamole when we had tacos. See my mug? B over at B's Journey sent that to me. I love it. What else? And the peach cobbler I'm making is actually not horrible in points. I'm hoping to film a cook with me on that. It just depends on how my day goes. And what else? Oh, so yeah. So tonight, like I said, I'm making the taco dip, which, I'll lighten up a little bit. And then I know what else she's making. So I'm just going to make good choices. And I think I might make a vegetable tray and take that with me. Because we've got, tomatoes from the garden. We've got cucumbers from the garden. And I've got some other stuff here. So I think I'll make some ranch up. Because I'm out, I just used the last of it. Make a vegetable tray and take that, and I can eat as much as I want of that. So, while everybody else is snacking, I can snack and not feel left out, but snack smartly. Because, once you're out of points, you stop eating points. And that way, after I eat my points, if I want to continue to nosh, I can. So, that's my plan. We'll see. I think I'll do fine. I'm in a great mindset and I think I'll do fine. Making breakfast right now. We are having eggs and bacon. I have this tender belly bacon from Butcher Box. It was a special one time, so I picked it up just to see what it was. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. It is 2 points per slice. So, your girl's only going to have 1 slice because, yeah. Not using our farm fresh eggs this morning because we're still only getting 1 a day. It's still Dolores. So I only have 1 here in the egg basket. So we like to at least have 2. Doug got the first eggs the other day. They were amazing. I'll insert a picture of his breakfast after this clip. The yolks are just such a deep orange color. I just love that. That just shows that they have great food and great foraging and great free ranging and all that. So I'm really happy about that. So Doug got the first 2. And then if somebody lays today, if Dolores lays today, I'll have 2 more. So I'll give those to Andrew for breakfast since he's leaving on Tuesday. So he'll get some, of our eggs. And then Adam will probably get the next 2 and Mama will be last. But that's okay because Mama will have them all winter and the boys won't be here to have them. What else? I guess that's about it. So I will take you along while we are peach picking with the besties. You've seen Jeff and Krista on my videos 100 times. So I'm looking forward to hanging with them and doing that this morning. And then, like I said, next week I will be busy doing some canning. So yeah, I love those full shelves in the winter time. So that's it right now. I'll show you those eggs from yesterday. I'll put the picture in, and then I will show you my breakfast today. Okay, here is breakfast. I have scrambled eggs, 0 points on blue, and purple, 4 points on the green plan. And 1 piece of the tender belly bacon that I already took a bite out of. It is beyond amazing. It is 2 points a slice. I didn't check to see if, I'll have to check and see if 2 slices is 4 points, or if Weight Watchers math comes into play and it's only 3. If it's only 3 points, I may have to have another piece because it's so good. I'm going to check that out. And we are eating dinner or breakfast in the family room because we are watching the U.S. play Japan for the gold medal in baseball. So far, Japan's winning 2-0. So hopefully in the 9th, the USA can come back. So as promised, we are out peach picking with the besties. Wave, wave, besties. And we have 3 big baskets. Doug said we are not filling all the baskets because that's happened before. And we ended up with like 60 pounds of peaches. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a shame Andrew didn't come because see how high up these are?
I know.
That would have been awesome. I have a feeling we're going to be standing on some shoulders. Actually, Doug's going low.
If they're good on the ground, why not?
If they're good on the ground, why not? As long as they're not rotten. Yeah. And the last field, these are the white peaches. We just picked a dozen of those. These trees are definitely not as fruitful as the yellow because I think these have been out for a while, whereas the Freestone yellow just opened up for you pick like this week. So. Okay, we are home and we ended up picking about 50 pounds of peaches. So I have a lot of canning to do. I'm going to be making some peach jam and also some peach butter. But for today, we tried to find some nice ripe ones so I can make the peach cobbler that I'll be taking to my brother's tonight. Okay, I said that I was going to make a taco dip to take tonight over to my brother's. So I thought I would bring you along and show you how I make it. Now, the great thing about this recipe is you can tailor it to however it is you like to eat. You can make it with fat-free cream cheese, fat-free sour cream, and either reduced or fat-free shredded cheese on top. So you can make this super duper low points if you like. I don't use fat-free, but I will use a light or a reduced fat. So that is how I'm making it. Once I figure out the servings, that's the hard part with this, because I use my Corelle serving platter to put it on. So figuring out the servings is kind of tough. So I'm going to work on that after I kind of see it. And I'll let you know points for the way I am making it and also the way if you wanted to use fat-free stuff. But as always, if you make this, pop it in your recipe builder. And no matter what program you use, if you use Weight Watchers or if you use iTrackBites, they both have recipe builders. So you can absolutely just put your ingredients in. And that's always a good idea anyway, because all ingredients always aren't equal. Like I am using a whipped cream cheese. Well, all these whipped cream cheese is actually less points than like Philadelphia brand whipped cream cheese. So you should always definitely check. Now, it's probably only going to be off by like a point. And in the grand scheme of things, is a point going to cause us to gain weight? No. But I like to be accurate, and I'm sure you do too. So always build your own recipe unless you're using the exact same ingredients that I'm using. So today I'm using, actually it's Save-A-Lot brand whipped cream cheese. It is 8 ounces of whipped cream cheese. Well, let me aim you down here, peeps. Okay. We've got 8 ounces of whipped cream cheese in this bowl. And I'm using that because that's what I had on hand. I have 8 ounces of Daisy light sour cream. Daisy is my brand of choice because the ingredients are so very clean. And we are just going to mix these together. Now, I'm sure you could use less of this and your cream cheese layer just would not be as thick. Or you could probably spread it out on a larger platter to get more servings, and once again, it's just not as thick. So that's the great thing about when you watch a recipe, especially something like this. You know, it's not in stone. You can tailor it to however you like. So that is all nice and combined. And now what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna spread it out on this platter. See, it's pretty thick, but this is how my family likes it. So this is how I'm gonna make it. Now I was thinking that this would probably be about 12 servings. It's also one of those things where you just have to know when to stop. You know, you can look at this and kind of think, okay, you know, like kind of cut it in your mind, maybe 6 this way and in half this way, or however. Once again, if you want to get more servings out of it, you just eat less. Sorry that I don't have definitive numbers for you on this, but it's just that kind of recipe. I'm sure someone will comment a much better way of figuring it out. Like maybe, you know what you could do that would be adorable? Honestly, I just don't feel like doing it today because I really don't have the time. You could take the little, like, I call them takeout cups, like that you get your little condiments and stuff in, and you could layer it in there and make single serving little cups. And that way you would definitely know exactly what you're getting. Then we're gonna take some taco sauce. The recipe, original recipe calls for 8 ounces. I don't think I've ever used that much. I'm not sure. And I know that this has very few points in it, but when it's spread out like this, yeah, not counting it. I know I'm a Weight Watcher rebel, but look at the way this is spread thin. You are not getting enough to count. So we're gonna spread this out over top. And then at this point, I like to take a pause. I like to cover this and put it in the fridge just to let everything set up a little bit, because after mixing up the cream cheese and the sour cream, it's a little soft, and I like to give it a nice solid base to layer all of the veggie goodness on. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just cover this and put it in the fridge for about an hour. And then we'll be back for you guys in a hot second, for me in an hour to finish this up. Okay, this has been in the fridge for a while and it's pretty set. So now we just have to top it with all the veggie goodness. First thing I'm gonna do is some chopped onion. I do not put a lot at all because I'm not a fan. So just a tiny little bit. A lot of times I just leave it off completely. Then after the onion, I'm gonna do shredded lettuce. I like to chop it pretty fine. So that way when you scoop, it doesn't pull apart. It comes off nicely. And honestly, I really don't have amounts for this. I just kind of, till it looks good. And veggies are 0, so load it up with veggies. This was about this amount of lettuce. I use romaine. We pretty much use romaine or leaf lettuce for everything. We are not iceberg people. I use it sometimes, but not very often. So this was a romaine heart, all but that much. Then after the lettuce, tomatoes. Just once again, diced very small. This is about 1 large tomato, I guess. Okay, my sous chef is over there putting his feet up. This is not good. I'm gonna lose him. Uh-oh, sous chef needs a rest. Sous chef's worked hard today. Not in the kitchen, but working on rotating tires with Andrew and changing a flat tire on Adam's car. Okay, we've got our tomatoes. Now we're just gonna do a green pepper. And this was just a small green pepper from the garden. Probably use about half. And then it's time for the cheese. Now this is another place where you can definitely save some points by using the Cabot 75 or any reduced fat cheese, or even if fat-free cheese is your jam, you can use that. I have 5.5 ounces of finely shredded raw milk cheddar. I'm not sure I'm even going to use all that. When you finely shred it, like, I feel like you can use less. It's kind of clumpy together. Probably shouldn't have shoved it all in the bowl, but when I finally shredded it, it definitely clumps a little bit more. And you can adjust this, you know, depending on how much you want to use and how many points you want to spend. That's the beauty with some of these kind of recipes. This was 5. Do you remember exactly how much this was? 5. Like 5.5. 5.5. Oh, 5.2. 5.
Yeah, I think it was 5.5.
Oh, Doug said this was 5.25 ounces of cheese. So what I'll do is I'll weigh whatever's left, and I'll know exactly how much I used. I think I would have liked it if it was done thick and not fine, but it's just a little clumpy. Okay, I think that looks darn good. Get some on the edges here. So there you have it. There's our taco dip. Now when I serve it, right before I serve it, depending on the kind of chips I'm serving it with, if you're using the round tortilla chips, you can take them and dig them into the dip all the way around, and it looks so pretty. I don't have round ones. I have the triangle. I like the late July organic tortilla chips. I have those, and Doug likes the little cups, the little scoops. So I also have a bag of those. So I will not be putting them around the edge. If I was taking this somewhere other than my brother's house for cards, like if I was taking it to a party or something, I would definitely get the round ones and put around the edge because it looks so pretty. But there you have it. So if you make it with fat-free cream cheese and fat-free sour cream and the Cabot 75, and you get 12 servings out of this, it's only 2 points per serving. If you make it the way I made it, although I think it's gonna actually be less. I have to figure it out because I used a whole lot less cheese. So I will let you know. I have a feeling it's either gonna be 4 or 5 points. I'm thinking 4, but I'll definitely let you know when I come back. So there's that little extra little cook with me in my afternoon. And now I think I may make some salsa. I have to check the time and see where I'm at. Well, once again, I forgot to pick up the camera last night. So after church, we went to my brother's house for poker and dinner. And we went old school with dinner last night. Back in the day when we used to play cards, we always just had like pickies, dips, and chips and snacky type foods and things like that. I think I mentioned that yesterday when I was making the taco dip. So that's what we did for dinner. And I'll tell you, I was pretty happy with myself because that's where I get into trouble, but I really stayed strong. I made a couple modifications. I told you my pop cakes to use as tortilla chips. I did have a couple tortilla chips, but I really did not overeat. I was really happy with myself. She also made hot dogs. So I had a hot dog, and I really think that helped cut down on the picky stuff. Like she had mozzarella sticks and little buffalo chicken egg rolls. I didn't touch any of those. I had a little bit of taco dip. I ended up making homemade salsa. It was delicious. So good. I just kind of threw a bunch of stuff together, so I'll try to come up with a recipe. So we had that. I am a big lover of spinach dip. It was great because my sister-in-law cut the pieces of bread, like literally that big, like the size of a little smaller than a quarter probably, or maybe like a quarter. So you could only put a tiny bit of dip on it. So I had a couple of those. I ended up counting my entire dinner as best I could in my head as 16 points. So I used 4 weeklies yesterday. I did have a little bit of the peach cobbler, which was really good. The cook with me already went up on that. And at the end, if you haven't watched it yet, make sure you watch it to the end because I tell you how you can go from making it 4 points to 2 points if you don't mind certain substitutions. But that was really good. Everybody really liked it. It was a nice size serving. So yeah, we had a really good time. Of course, I lost again. I think I was the big loser, losing $8. No.
I lost 8.
Adam lost 8. I lost, how much did I end up losing? Oh, I only lost $3. Yeah, I only lost $3. Doug lost, everybody but Andrew and my brother lost. Andrew won $11 and my brother won $15. Sorry, it's still really early. But we had a really good time. And that's about it. I'm not sure what's going on today. We talked about a couple things. Personally, I'd like to stay home, so I might send Doug and the boys down to go fishing or kayaking, and I just want to get a few things done. We'll see. And I'm tired. Actually, Doug's still sleeping. It's really late, and he's still sleeping. It was his turn to get up with the chickens this morning, but I was up, so yeah. Anyway, that's that. I am going to go and edit that cook with me video and get that up. And then, I don't know what else. Make breakfast for this motley crew. We'll see. So I'll be back in a few. Oh, Adam just got home from his run. So that's why Adam's looking like he just got out of the shower. How long was your run today?
7.
7? What was your pace?
6:50.
7 miles, and he had a 6:50 pace. If I did 7 miles, you'd need to give me CPR, and my pace would probably be about 14. So, yeah. He trained hard all summer. Very proud of him.
I feel like death.
You're so sweaty. He has to go to work today, so he's going to go shower and get ready for work. Okay, I am eating my brunch. I have 2 slices of bacon, and this is not my center cut. So this is 4 points for the 2 slices of bacon. I have 2 eggs over light, and under there, I have 3 ounces of hash brown potatoes. So on purple for me, it's 4 points. On blue, it would be 6 points, and on green, it would be 10 points. So far we seem to be getting 1 egg a day from Dolores. She's the only one laying right now, and we're getting 1 a day, and it seems like she likes to lay around 10 a.m. Hi, girls. Yeah, we're gonna let you out soon, so let's check the box and see what we've got. Now we do have ceramic eggs in there still. Oh.
No.
Interesting, no eggs. Dolores was up in here because we saw her. Wait a minute, that might be I'm gonna go check. Okay, this is a first. I don't know if you can see that, but there's the egg. She's been laying in the nest box, but now it's out in the middle of the coop. I think what happened was Andrew had come out earlier and opened the nest box and scared her. So I wonder if she just decided to lay it here. Now I gotta go get my boots on so I can go collect it. Very dirty egg since it was sitting in the middle of the run. I'm guessing it was because she got a little spooked maybe. I'm not sure, but we'll keep an eye on it because they need to be laying in the nest boxes. So we decided, since the weather is really not all that great, it's not sunny, it's a little chilly, that we are just gonna have a lazy day at home today. We are going to put the lawn chairs out or sit on the swing, let the chickens out to free range, and kick back and read our books for a while. Doug just ran to the swim club to deliver lunch to Adam. I made him a really nice salad. So he went to deliver that, and while he's delivering that, I'm making some treats for the chickens for tomorrow. It's gonna get really, really hot again next week, and I like to have some cool treats for them. So I'll turn you around and show you what treats the chickens get. So of course, these are all 0 points for the chickens. I just took my hot cocoa mold, my hot cocoa chocolate bomb mold, and put blueberries in the one and chopped up cucumber in the other. And then I'm just going to fill them with water, each one. But first I'm gonna put it on a baking sheet. Yeah. And then freeze them. And then I take them out of the mold and give them to them, and they peck at them so they get the nice cool ice, and then they have the frozen fruit and veggies. I did this once before about a month ago with corn, but then I read that you should not give chickens corn in the summertime because it speeds up their metabolism and actually makes them a little hotter, and it can mess up egg laying and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna do blueberries and cucumbers this time and save the corn for the colder months. So I'm gonna get these on a tray and get them in the freezer. So as promised, we are taking an easy day. I am sitting outside. Look, I have not even showered or done anything yet. Not leaving the house, so I don't care. I am just sitting here watching the girls. Doug is laying on the hammock reading his book. I will probably join him shortly. And that's about what we're doing this afternoon. Actually, I have to go in and start dinner. I just realized it. I just got out here. I'm making the high temp roast beef. So it has to cook at a really high temperature for like 21 minutes. Then you just turn it off and forget it. But I do have to get that started. So I'm gonna work on that in a few. It took until 3 o'clock for the sun to come out today, but it's out, and we decided to stop sitting on our butts reading our books and playing with the chickens and take Miss Aria for a walk. Always trying to get in some movement, some exercise, and what better way? Is that Adam's?
What's that? Yeah.
Just found Adam's whistle on the ground next to his car. I wonder if he has a spare for work because he needs a whistle at work every day. Anyway, so we are just going to take a nice little walk around the neighborhood with Miss Aria, and not too far, probably just a couple miles, and then come back and start on the potatoes. I lost Doug. Oh, here he comes. We are back from our walk. We did a little over 2 miles. It was nice. What else? Oh, earlier today when I told you Doug took Adam's lunch to him, we live in Jersey. It's the Garden State, and we live in the suburbs, but there's farms all around us, so it's kind of like rurally suburbia. I don't know. But anyway, there's a small farm very, very close. There's a couple farms right near us. There's one that we pass on the way to the swim club, and he puts stuff out just on a little cart. He's really downsized in the last couple years, kind of retired, but still has a garden that's the size of a farm.
A couple greenhouses.
A couple greenhouses and everything. So he puts stuff out on a little cart all the time. And Doug called me. He's like, Mr. Cuccinati has cantaloupes out. Look at the size of this sucker. $1. Yeah, I mean, it still has field dirt on it. It's so fresh. So he picked up 2 of those. I got one all nice and cut up in a bowl for some good snacking, 0 point snacking. And the rinds and the seeds went to the chickens. And speaking of chickens, I know you're so damn tired of hearing about my chickens. When I showed you, we were outside reading our books and everything. I got nothing read because I just like looking at the chickens. And they just wanted to like jump up on my lap and snuggle. It was cute. But anyway, we noticed that Jenny went in the nesting box. She's never done that before. So we're like, oh. She was in there about 45 minutes and came out. So of course I ran over and looked. Nada, nothing. I'm like, okay. So we were getting ready to take Aria for a walk, and we noticed she was back in. So we're like, So we came back from our walk, and of course I had to check, and guess what? Yep, there it is. So she's an olive egger. Can you figure out why she's called an olive egger? So it's little, it's a little fairy egg, but we've been eating them. They're still delicious. They're just small. Once they grow a little bit more and their vent adjusts, then they start laying, you know, the regular size eggs. So we're excited. But we are just getting dinner now. The roast is in the oven. It's that high temp roast. You put the roast in, it's only a 2-pound roast. So I had it in at, preheat the oven to 500. I'll link the recipe below. Preheat the oven to 500 and then turn it down to 475 and roast it for 7 minutes per pound. So I left it in there for 15 minutes. And then you just shut the oven off and you do not open the oven for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And it like the eye roast comes out like prime rib. It's wonderful. So we're serving that with some mashed potatoes. My sous chef is working on the carrots for me, and he did the potatoes while I was cutting up the cantaloupe. So yeah, just like a very, very Sunday dinner. I was gonna make some dinner rolls, but it's too late now. I have a recipe for 1 hour dinner rolls, but they take a little more than an hour. So we're just gonna not have any bread, and I don't need it anyway. I didn't show you any lunch because I did not eat lunch. Actually, no, I did, and I should have showed you. I had one of those pop cakes for 0 points with some of my homemade salsa for 0 points. And that was it. And I was eating a few pieces of cantaloupe as I was cutting it. So all I've really had for points today was my bacon this morning. And honestly, just now starting to get hungry. I've been really, really good drinking. I've been drinking water, and also I made some sun tea the other day. So that's what this is now. It's the unsweetened sun tea. So yeah, good day. I'm not really sure what to expect with weigh-in tomorrow. I had a little too much sodium the last 2 days, and that worries me, but it is what it is, and I'll get on the scale and see what it says, and hopefully I lost that pound that I gained while we were away last week, but if not, we'll just keep on trucking because that's what we do. I'll be back to show you my dinner. Okay, sitting down to dinner, and dinner tonight is mashed potatoes, and they are 1 point on purple, 3 on green, and 3 on blue. I am having some carrots. They are 0 on all plans. And I am having 3 3/4 ounces of lean eye round of beef roast. And I believe it's 3 points for that. I'll double check. And if it's something different, I'll put it on the screen. So that is my dinner tonight. Oh, and 0 points worth of gravy. Not enough to even count. It's about a tablespoon. So that is my dinner tonight. It is 4 points on purple. It is 6 points on blue and 6 points on green. Well, my friends, we are back outside. It is such a gorgeous day. It is not hot. It is just beautiful. So we decided to come back outside and read a little bit more and let the crazy girls run a little bit more. I am done eating for the day. I finished the day really low in points, like 8 out of 16. But you saw I ate wonderfully. I didn't have lunch because my breakfast was so late, and then we were so busy being outside and taking a walk and all that. I honestly didn't even think about eating. So I'm just enjoying a cup of tea outside. You can see the wind blowing. But that'll be it for the night. It's already almost 7 o'clock, so I probably will not eat anything else. If I do have anything, I might have 2 points worth of leftover peach cobbler, but as of right now, probably not. But if I have any, it'll be just a half a serving, just a little something sweet, but more than likely not, because tomorrow is weigh-in day. I really don't know how it's going to go. Had a lot of salt this weekend. So if I do have a gain, I'll probably weigh again Tuesday just to see if it was salt. I'm not sure, but it is what it is, and I'm good. So feel good, feel excellent. My shorts are really loose, so that's a good sign. So yeah, I will be back. I don't know. Might do a cook with me tomorrow, but it wouldn't be up tomorrow. I don't know. I'll definitely be back on Tuesday with a full day of eating. Wednesday with meeting topic and weigh-in. And then Friday with menu. So I will see you all very soon. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with me this weekend. And I will talk to you very soon.